Whoa, Nelly. I got a crap ton of Blu-rays, DVDs, and a few VHS. So I'm not going to elaborate a lot on this stuff. I'm just going to kind of talk about it and be done with it. I say that, and then probably I'll end up spending like an hour on each one. But picked up a couple VHS I don't have on a couple movies on VHS I don't have. I may flip them. I don't know. I mean, I saw them on eBay. They went for a decent amount of coinage. So I bought each one for a quarter. You got Predator here on the VHS right there. The box is clean. Shockingly, people are grading VHS, and so a lot of times they are looking for, of course, sealed. It's preferable, but anyways, I got this one here, and I got this for a quarter. I saw like the low end. These were going between $8-9 a pop used, so I'm like, some of them are even going for 15-16. So I might get lucky in Kentucky. Next up is the Terminator collection, which I've never seen this, but it's also a quarter. I got 1 and 2. There's, I think that's 2. And then, boop, got the first one there. So I never saw this. It's kind of cool. As you can see, there's part 2, there's part 1, then the back. So that was kind of cool just because I'd never seen it before. And I thought for 50 cents total, I'll be a huckleberry. Next one up, this case is all kind of smurfed up, but I mean, all you need to do is get this like a little moist towelette and just lightly, clean it up a bit. But I've never heard of this before, but it is Free Enterprise Love Long and Party with the slip cover. All these DVDs you're getting ready to see I got for $1. So I went to 2 different pawn shops, and everything you're going to see here I got for total, like, maybe $20, $25 total for everything. All the Blu-rays, all the DVDs, and the VHS. So tell me if I did okay. I think $20, maybe $25. So anyways, Free Enterprise with the slip cover. We got the Shat in here. I mean, apparently, is this some kind of TV show or something? I don't know. Movie? It says Sexy and Funny by Newsday. A 5-year mission extended edition 2-disc set. So again, here's the slipcover. Here's the movie itself. And it has both discs and the slipcover. I'm sorry, the inserts. So, I don't know. We'll take a look. We'll take a look and see. But, this also online went for quite a bit of money, used. So, like I said, I'm going to say that a lot. A lot of these things I picked up because either I just wanted for my collection, obviously, or I just want to probably flip them for, if I could get them for $1, a quarter. All the Blu-rays were $1, basically. I think they were $1.40 a piece. It was crazy. Then, if I sell them for just a few schmeckles, I'm going to do all right. Next up was, I never even seen this one before, a Midnight Movies Force Pack. 4 movies. You have Morons from Outer Space, Alien from LA, The Man from Planet X, and The Angry Red Planet. So I did not know they made one of these in a 4-disc, or it's actually 2-disc set, but all 4 movies are on there. These Midnight Movies are sometimes pretty hard to come by. I only have a couple of them myself. So if I can get 4 of them on this, I will take it. So I was pretty pumped about that. This is a personal favorite of mine. I didn't even know this was an edition. Little Black Book edition of Deuce Bigalow, Mel Gigolo. Rob Schneider, I think, is a hilarious guy. I don't think he gets his due. I know nowadays, a lot of people kind of look at him as like a joke, but not in a good way, because he's more of a conservative fellow. And maybe that has something to do with me still liking the guy because, he sacrificed probably a little bit of mojo in Hollywood to kind of be an outspoken, I guess, conservative-ish person. And, that's a rare commodity these nowadays. So anyways, I never knew this edition existed. I'm assuming the only reason why this is a Black Book edition was there's a handful of special features, and maybe the other one was like a bare bones edition. So anyways, this is probably going to the collection. I don't need a, I'm sure that's on Blu-ray or whatever, but I don't need a Blu-ray for Deuce Bigelow. DVD's just fine. And this is a generic Labyrinth. I'm sure this is like the most bare bones edition out there. But I didn't have Labyrinth, and I know it's on Blu-ray. But again, I mean, I'm going to say this multiple times for $1. I mean, you got the Goblin King, and he's throwing babies around, and it's just, what's there not to like? Next up is Cliffhanger. I love this movie. Such a great movie. I mean, I remember seeing this in the theater. Awesome. I mean, obviously you have Sylvester Stallone, John Lithgow. I think you have Michael Rooker's in here, which he's great in it. So this is a great movie. I know a lot of people kind of forget about this Stallone flick, but I watched it not too long ago, I think on streaming. And I believe they just released a 4K of this or a Blu-ray after years of not having anything. So again, I mean, this has tons of special features. There's even a Sylvester Stallone commentary on here. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. So anyways, a Rennie Harlan classic. So want to pick that up. This is a movie that was on heavy rotation at my house back in the, I think, late 90s or early 2000s. This is The Returner. And this actor, Japanese actor, I think he was half Japanese, half Taiwanese or Chinese. His name is Takashi Kaneshiro, or Kaneshiro Takashi in Japanese. But I want to check it out again because I haven't seen it forever. It's kind of like, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like a Matrix-ish Asian Japanese version of, you can see he has like the long trench coat, the sunglasses, and the gun and all that stuff. I remember thinking it was pretty cool at the time. So, it has, I think it has a widescreen. It's a widescreen edition. I normally don't pick up anything unless it's widescreen at least. So there you go. I don't think I showed, let me go back and look. I don't think I showed off, this came with the insert. A lot of these, you'll see a couple of these things I got them because it came with inserts or a slipcover, which I did not have. Labyrinth, this one has a receipt in it, so there's that. And then Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo came with this insert also. This local, like a Christian, like a men, like a kind of like a YMCA for like a pawn shop, flea market thing, was like a Christian thrift store. So they had all this stuff here. They had almost everything I'm showing right now came from them. The Blu-rays came from somewhere else. I couldn't believe they were just like for $1. I was like, okay. Next up is Police Story 2 Special Collector's Edition Jackie Chan. I honestly can't remember I've ever seen this before. Has the insert as well. But again, there's one, it's a Special Collector's Edition, and two, it has all those special features. And I mean, when you get it for $1, it's like, if you love the movie, it's great. But if you like documentaries, if you like special features, you like behind the scenes information, I mean, that's the reason why a lot of times I'll go buy these movies, because I'm getting them for so cheap. Oh shoot! I just threw it on the ground. That is not ridiculous not to do so. Next up is Bloodbath. 4 horror movies. You have Devil's Nightmare Pieces, which is the reason why I bought this. Kill Baby Kill and Kiss Me Kill Me, and it's just these are one of those like Brentwood, kind of like, just what do you call it, like cheapy created, Thingy McBobbers DVD box sets, and I've already had pieces in other forms, but I didn't have it in this form. I just thought this box looked so, disturbing. 2002, so this kind of came out during all, I think, like the Hostel and Saw movies. So that's probably the reason why they made it look that way. Because I think this box set came out in 2002, so yeah. So there you go, there you have it. Now, I've never seen this in the wild before. I'm sure, I'm not saying it's rare, I'm not saying it's out of print or hard to find, but I promise you I've never seen this out in the wild. I see the VHS like a million times a month. I've never seen the DVD. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, I have to pick this up. Jim Carrey's The Mask. I've never seen it out in the wild. I like I said, I'm not saying it's rare or hard to find, but there is a ton of special features on here. Deleted scenes, Return to Ed City. Introducing Cameron Diaz, her first screen test. Cartoon logic, what makes a Fido run. Audio commentary with a bunch of people involved in the movie, but not any of the main actors, so like all the behind the scenes guys. So yeah, I mean, it's just amazing with the DVD and an insert, which is super cool. And the box is green, which I just thought was super cool that the box is green. Anytime I see a box that's green or red or blue or whatever, I think it's kind of cool. Next, this one here, it kind of threw me for a loop. I don't know what to think about this. Apparently, it goes for a decent, amount of little coin, like 8 to 10, 12 bucks online. So I might keep it or I might resell it. But it's another pair of aces. Director's cut with Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson's in here, Rip Torn's in here. I don't know anything about it. It's kind of threw me off. It came out in 1991. It is a full screen version, which I'm just now seeing. So that, I don't know. I would have bought it. Maybe this is the only way it came in full screen. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know anything about this. But it says, a gambler, a Texas Ranger, and an FBI agent. The odds against them solving the case are stacked. Another pair of aces. So that means, was there a movie called Pair of Aces? And this is another pair of aces? So anyways, I don't know, but when I saw it had old Willie Nelson. I remember when a dime bag used to cost a dime. Nelson, I'll be your Huckleberry on that action. And then here was some of the cool stuff. And I have a variation of this movie already on DVD, and I think I have it on Blu-ray, but I did not have this version. So this is Total Recall, but I've never seen it with the slipcover in the wild. I've always just seen it like this. And I have one like this, but it's a thicker box. It came with a 2-disc set, I think. Or maybe I have the tin that has like Mars, like the Mars there on the back. But I've never seen the slipcover in the wild. It's super rare to find a slipcover. And I am a slipcover guy. I know that's kind of like almost not the cool thing to do nowadays. Like, oh, slipcovers. Like, it used to be like a thing, and now I feel like there's like some backlash with slipcovers. I'm still okay talking about the slipcovers. So it's getting a movie with the slipcover, especially a movie that this DVD probably was released back in like the early 2000s, I bet. Somewhere in like the early 2000s. I don't even know when. For 2001, it looks like it says. But again, it comes with the special collector's edition DVD and the booklet, which I don't think I've ever had the booklet, but this is like a legit booklet. There's like 10, 15 pages in here. So I picked it up exclusively because it has the insert booklet and the slipcover. I'm not even going to lie. That's the reason why I picked this up. Next up was something I've never seen also. I believe I have this on Blu-ray, but this is the first time I've ever seen the director's signature series of, I believe this is, was it this Wolfgang, what's the director's name? Wolfgang Peterson, I believe, of The Perfect Storm. I've never seen this variation. Again, I like variation. It's kind of like, for you sports card collectors, it's like buying a ring. It's like trying to collect a rainbow. Try and get all the different golds and the silvers and the numbered cards and the glossies and the mattes and the canvas cards and the sepia tones and all that stuff. So if I can find it, this threw me off because I'd never seen the signature collection. And this also comes with the insert here. That's not a booklet, it is an insert. But I've never seen anything like this. And again, I'm not saying it's rare, I'm not saying it's expensive. It just was different. And I'm all about having something a little unique or different. It has a ton of special features, and maybe that's why this one's different. Maybe the original release had no special features or very minimal. They have 3 behind-the-scenes documentaries, 3 feature-length commentaries from the director, the author, the craftsperson, whatever that means, a forever photo montage, interactive menus, filmography. So yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit on here. And then another one, because I had the DVD, I think I have the Blu-ray, but I got this because I'd never seen the lenticular cover of this movie, or slipcover, From Hell. So as you can see there, like that. I was very shocked when I came across this. As you can see, somebody ripped off like where the barcode would normally go, like that little paper, sliver. Again, nothing special. It's a pretty much standard DVD. But again, I got this because now I can get rid of the DVD I have and upgrade it to the slipcover. And that. So what you want? What you want? All right. Next up, I was like, please let me find at least one wrestling DVD or VHS when I was out today, and I found one. I couldn't believe it. I was like, thank you, Jesus, for answering my prayers. This was WWF No Way Out. So this is back in 2002. So as you can see, you have Jericho and Stone Cold, Kurt Angle and Triple H, Undertaker and The Rock. That's a triple main event, a new world order. So that means, guess what? Yeah, there you go. The, what do you call it? NWO was back. So you have, let's see who else. We already talked about that. Taz versus Spike Dudley, Booker T versus Test, William Regal versus Edge, Triple H versus, we already talked about Kurt Angle. Goldust versus Rod Van Dam. And then you have Tag Team Turmoil. You have Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys, Christian, and Lance Storm, and APA, Scotty 2 Hotty, Albert, Billy, and Chuck. I guess it's a 6-man tag team match. And I guess NWO's in here in some capacity. They don't show them wrestling on here. So I guess they're going to show up in some capacity, but somebody put like some kind of mailer in there. That's weird. But I was so pumped to get, I did not have this for my collection. And with all the turmoil going on right now with WWE, with who's going to buy it, if they're going to buy it, if Vince McMahon's going to run him into the ground because he's a crazy person, I don't know. You should be buying their VHS, the DVDs, and the Blu-rays of WWF's catalog, WWE's catalog, because it might disappear. Like whoever buys them might take them off Peacock, might take them off streaming, they might bring them back. I heard they might be, if they sell, they'll go back to a private company. Again, I've told people this before. Anything with WWEF stuff from the past, Peacock has already went through and erased a ton of stuff. They've deleted a ton of controversial or no longer appropriate topics, subject matter, angles, images, or whatever. So if you like the way it was unaltered, I would highly recommend spending some time going through and picking up all the original releases, because that's the only way you're going to see it the way it was intended. Now, this is a stack of Blu-rays. Can you believe I got this all for $1.40 a piece? They were $2, and now I took them up there, and they're like, oh yeah, this is 30% off today. I was like, oh. So these are all like war movies. So everything I'm going to show you here is a war movie. First up is American Sniper. So I'm not going to open all these up because it's nothing really special. It's just Blu-ray and DVD, mostly combos. So American Sniper, I don't think I've seen most of these movies, so that's the reason why I picked them up, because it was dirt cheap, and you can't get them cheaper than $1.40. I mean, it was like, what? Of course. So American Sniper, Jarhead. American Sniper had Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller. Jarhead with Jake Gyllenhaal, Peter Skarsgård, Chris Cooper, and Jamie Foxx with 2 X's. And then we have Hearts War with Bruce Willis and Colin Farrell. And I have seen this, but it's been, 12, 14 years at least. So Hearts War. Tigerland. This has an all-star cast. Colin Farrell, Matthew Davis, Clifton Collins Jr., Russell Richardson, Thomas Geary, and Cole Hauser. Joe Schumacher film. So there you have that. All right. I'll hold this one to the end because this one I was kind of excited about. The next one is Daniel Craig in Defiance. It has Liv Schreiber in it, or Schreiber. Is it Schreiber or Schreiber? Like Liv Schreiber. Jamie Bell's in here. So anyways, Edward Zwick directed this. I think he's the same guy who did... Wasn't he the same guy who did Last Samurai? I don't know, maybe not. But anyways, there you go. Defiance. Have not seen that one. I have seen this one here. The box was kind of jacked up, but again, for $1, I'm going to do it. Enemy at the Gate. Joseph Fiennes, Jude Law, Rachel Weisz. Is it Bob Hoskins and Ed Harris? Is it Bob Hoskins? Yeah, it's Bob Hoskins. Ron Perlman's in this too. Hold on, wait, what? But I seen this when it first came out back, almost, 20 years ago now? Or over 20 years ago, maybe. But like I said, all these movies I did not have, I don't think at all, but definitely not on Blu-ray. So there you go, Enemy at the Gates. Next up is Hurt Locker. Who's in this? Recently injured and almost killed. Jeremy Renner's in this. Anthony Mackie, Evangeline Lilly, who was a Wasp in the movies there, in the Ant-Man movies. Guy Pearce is in here. So anyways, yeah. So Catherine Bigelow. Catherine Bigelow, didn't she do American Psycho? Right? And did she do Pet Sematary also? I think. Or did she do Near Dark? Anyways, there you go. Hurt Locker. I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen that one. Next one, I think I have this on Blu-ray or have it like in a combo pack. Black Hawk Down. This was a great movie. I really like this one. Jerry Bruckheimer, shockingly, did a good movie. Josh Hartnett, Ewan McGregor, Tom Sizemore, Eric Bana, William Fichtner, Sam Shepard's in here, Ewan Bremer. Well, there you go. Black Hawk Down. I never even heard of this movie before, but the cast was pretty cool. You have Samuel L. Jackson, Jessica Biel, Brian Presley, and Curtis Jackson, which is 50 Cent. Home of the Brave. I don't know. This could be a complete... It was an Erwin Winkler. Isn't Erwin Winkler the guy who was Star Wars Part 2? Like, well, part was it 6? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Part 5, right? Is that Erwin Winkler who did Empire Strikes Back? Is that right? Anyways, so there you go. I had never seen this movie before. Didn't know anything about it, but I was like, I'll give it a shot for $1.40. I mean, I'm a big Samuel L. Jackson fan. Next up is Mark Wahlberg and Lone Survivor. And again, it's something that just I heard. I mean, all these movies I've heard about. Everybody said they were great movies in their own way. Emil Hirsch, Taylor Kissich, Ben Foster, Eric Bana. So I mean, here we go. Lone Survivor. Next up is Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr. in Men of Honor. I have seen this a long time ago. Michael Rappaport's in here. David Keith, Hal Holbrook, Powers Booth, Charlize Theron was in this. Wow, all right. So there's Men of Honor, and then the last one I was super pumped about because I did not know this was on Blu-ray. This is extended director's cut of Gods and Generals. So you have in this movie Jeff Daniels, Stephen Lang, Robert Duvall, Mira Sorvino, Kevin Conaway, C. Thomas Howell. That's a pretty big list of actors in there. So this one I think is between the South, the North, and the South in the Civil War. As you can see with the flags down there. I know it's not an in vogue thing anymore, talking about like some of these subject matter. But again, I'm very interested in history. I'm very interested in history through the lens of cinema. And so anyways, and sometimes maybe this stuff is going to be hard to find down the road, I know, or there's going to be edited, or they're going to put like a banner in front of stuff saying like some of this stuff could be offensive to others. I mean, who knows the way the world we live in is. But anyways, guys, so that is that. I hope you all enjoyed the video. So like I said, I spent about $25-$30 maybe, max on everything you saw here. Let me know how you think I did. And until next time, guys, also, if you've seen these movies, let me know which ones were some of your favorites that you like, which ones you've never seen. Comment below if you can tell me some of your favorite movies that I have shown, or ones that you are interested in looking into now that I have presented them to you. So thank you again for watching. I'm looking forward to the comments below. Peace.